707 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Fria, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Live.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And we're off from Baltimore. He fields it from the 8. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. There he goes on the right side. Hits the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Tell those stat keepers to be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little pace?
A hundo, partner. 100%.
And to do it on the ground to boot. What a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the 4-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. First toe to the game for James Cook. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Another one for Cook. Makes a cut to the right sideline. He has this down to the 34. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Going to the ground again on first. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. Now Allen going to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Bills have a first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. Caught near the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Cook will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal. Allen looking to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Fourth down. Here's Allen. And we get an incredible goal-to-go stand to begin this ball game as they force the incompletion and the turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Now a give right side to Mitchell. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Elijah Molden.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mitchell again. And they're not going to stop him until he gets out to that 16-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Again, this is Mitchell. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Changing it up here, Jackson. This is a heater going deep. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Not a bad first look for him in the this contest, and I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
And the defender coming away with it. And the Ravens are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Running right with Mitchell. And he gets some decent yardage there before they send him out. Looks like about 6, so we've got 2nd and 4.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line, get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Mitchell up the middle. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Now it's Lamar. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Bronk, after getting a big chunk on that return. This, our last play of the quarter. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That throw behind his intended target. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
3rd and long, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in a hurry up here. Ahead of 4th down, officials stepping in here, a timeout call. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They go to punt on 4th down, and out heads Tommy Townsend. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Now we'll get a delay, maybe an intentional one, and they'll get a little more room for this punt. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. The Bills with a punt team out there. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he drives this into the pouring rain. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Handoff here to Mitchell. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Jackson to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. Running right side. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So they'll decline this and take the results. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. He has room past the 25. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Bills will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and how the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got a man left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He put everything he had into this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
To throw again, it's Allen. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Finds him on the slant. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Here he is on 3rd and short. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Now it's Matthew Wright for this field goal try. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. The kick by Wright is good. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. This is Mitchell. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Jackson now on 3rd. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. First down throw for Allen. He lobs this up left sideline, looking for something big. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31. Cook trying this one up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Right side into the hands of Adams. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Throw here. 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Blitz coming here. Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 43. Now it's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
The give now to Mitchell. All right, they bought him a little room. That run good for 6 on 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. On the handoff, here's Mitchell. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And that is how you hit a team deep. That hits and careens out of bounds at the 3. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. It's Allen out of the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative. When the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Here's Cook. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Looking to return from the 29. Now he's off up the left sideline. And it ends up a good return for him. Off past their own 40. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. It is caught left side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. He's out in the clear. Gets it to the 15. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up second down. Back to the air, Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. Past midfield to the 45. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. So we're through 3 here. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. They kick the running back in motion. On first down, Allen. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
They'll run it with Cook. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down. Here he goes, third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
He fields it from the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. These drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture, and one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4 cents. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Complete out to the right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
He did it! He made the interception! And the Bills have some new life in the fourth! Buffalo offense to the line. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or two.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Third and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Going to the ground again on first. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Setting him on the dime. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Looking to throw, Jackson. They did it! He made the interception! Danny Stutzman comes up with it. And the Bills have some new life in the 4th.
Not just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Downfield, and Shakir has it. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Buffalo first. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate. Because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue. And that's why the QB had to get rid of it.
Setting up to pass. Put the body on the line for his team. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Here he is to throw. This one falls incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw. And he got there in time. He's taken down. And that's going to make it just about worst-case scenario for this offense, Brock. It is 4th and long.
Every sack, every stop has just been like another nail in the coffin. And now, well, now there's only one spot for a nail left. This is their last chance. And that defense, well, they've got this crew on the edge of the cliff. Now can they go finish when it matters the most?
And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
He's got room to roam. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just a big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to the well again. A solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.